Hey, what's up? I'm Nick. Welcome to the channel. I'm going to show you how I use samples in Studio One at the moment using Sample One. I'm pretty sure that's the instrument name. This is a really easy way to use something like a bass. You can bring in a bass sample and it plays really well. Save yourself from having to go and buy samplers. Start here. You can always get something more complex later, like Native Instruments Contact. This is a great stepping stone, and I also use it a lot today. Even though I have more complex samplers, this one still works a charm. So this will be a quick video. I hope you enjoy. If you do, hit like, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Any topics that you want to see, let me know. I'd love to help in any way that I can. I also hope that the framing of this video is not too confusing, but let's get into it. Two other plugs. First, if you use Studio One, which I'm assuming you do, there's links below to some freebies that I've got, just some presets that I've made and some synths. It's all free, just like an email address download, so go check that out. In saying that, if you do want to support the channel, you can pay as much as you'd like for these things. The second is, if you're an artist and you need a producer or mixing engineer, there's my website below, hit me up. Let us get into it. So this is Sample One. It's just a sampling instrument basically. I've made this lo-fi beat. It doesn't sound great. Oops. So that is the vibe. Sample One is being used for the bass. So basically, I just grabbed a sample of a double bass, one of those big basses, and I got it from Splice, and then I just threw it into Sample One. And all I needed to do was change the root because this it was a B, so you just change it to B2. So when you press C on a keyboard, that is the right note basically. And assuming the sample isn't too problematic, all you really need to do is just throw it in, and you can add stuff here. Like we can mess around with panning, with filtering, pitch. You can get creative, there's effects. I haven't done any of that. I've kept it really, really simple, but we can certainly get more intense. Add a glide in if you want. Look, the point is you can definitely make this sound a lot different. You can make it sound a lot fancier, but you don't need to. Often, if the sample is good, you just throw it in and off you go. It sounds great. As a quick test, hopefully my audio engine, I don't know what's going on. I found, well, hopefully my audio engine doesn't blow up. I found this sample off Splice just before. So, sounds pretty nice. Just drag it in. It's a D, so we want, I think, D3 as the root note. In my experience, different sounds have different abilities to be pitch shifted. Like a really solid sound, you can kind of move around, go an octave up, an octave down, and it doesn't fall apart. Sometimes other sounds, they are not so easy to use, but we will see. Sounds alright. Gets less good down there. So it sounds really nice in this area. Bit too low. Oops. you get the idea. You can just kind of throw it in and off you go. And I would say this kind of thing works really well with vocals, with some drums, bass. You could probably get away with synths and guitars as well if you're looking for it. There is stuff that you can get into, and to be honest, I'm not ultra versed in it, but if you want this to hold out forever, because obviously if we click C, it stops. What you can do is you can go loop, and you've got these options. Ping pong would say that once it hits this point, it ping pongs. That doesn't sound great, but you have to kind of mess around and like get the crossfade right. But even that's not quite there. It is sometimes a little bit hard to get this to sound to sound good, basically. As you can see, it's not the best. I try to avoid doing that as much as I can because it is a really fine art that I wouldn't say there's as much of a kind of method to it as much as you just need to mess around until it sounds good. But in saying that, if that is something you'd like to see, I'm happy to make a more in-depth video for how to sort of turn a sound into a synth or into a more complex sample engine, if that makes sense. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, hit like, hit subscribe. I'm going to try and do a few more of these kind of really short Studio One videos that just tackle one thing at a time. In saying that, I'm also kind of considering doing a longer series. Unsure if it'll be YouTube or like maybe it's a course that you buy for $20. I don't know. We'll see what the kind of vibe is there. But a full series of producing a song from scratch. So like ideas into productions, into getting vocalists, all that stuff. Kind of like fully fledged thing. Maybe I'm the vocalist. I don't know. So comment below if that's something you'd be interested in. Maybe I'll top comment it and you guys can like it. Have a good day. I'll catch you later.